Imagine a piece of rock, completely cut off from the rest of the world, right in the middle of the ocean, barely visible even on maps. Only 40 people live on it. So, how did these people end up in the loneliest corner of the earth? And behind closed doors, so far away from civilization? What exactly happened? Welcome to Table Talker. Today, our compass points to the most desolate corner of the Pacific Ocean, Pitcairn Island. This isn't your average holiday destination. Its nearest neighbor is thousands of miles away. No airport, no regular transport, just a supply ship that stops by a few times a year. Yet, the history of this tiny volcanic island harbors an incredible mystery and a very dark secret. Our story goes back to the year 1789 to a British Royal Navy ship, the HMS Bounty. The ship was on a mission to Tahiti. However, the months-long ocean voyage and the lawless atmosphere of Tahiti had corrupted the crew's minds. When Captain William Bligh's ruthless and oppressive behavior proved to be the final straw, the crew mutinied under the leadership of First Mate Fletcher Christian. In the dark waters of the ocean, a point of no return had been crossed. The mutineers left the captain to die in a small lifeboat. They desperately needed to hide, because if caught, their punishment was certain: death by hanging. Returning to Tahiti, they forcefully took native men and women with them and set sail into the unknown. Their target was a rock that was misdrawn on the maps of the time, a place no one would ever think to look: Pitcairn. Upon arriving at the island, to ensure they would never be found, they set fire to the massive ship that was their home. As the ship burned and sank, their last tie to civilization sank into the depths with it. But this new life established on Pitcairn was far from a tropical paradise fantasy. The island's dark side revealed itself from the very first days. The British mutineers treated the Tahitian men they brought to the island practically as slaves. As for the native women, they were treated like property and subjected to severe abuse. This tyranny birthed a bloody spiral of revenge. Within just a few years, due to rebellions and murders, almost all the men on the island had lost their lives. All that remained were the women, the children, and a single mutineer, John Adams. He attempted to build a new society where he set his own rules, but living in a closed loop in the middle of the ocean for centuries, staying far away from the laws of the outside world, had pushed the darkest boundaries of human nature. In the early 2000s, the price for this lawlessness was incredibly heavy. Almost the entire male population of the island, just like their ancestors did to the native people in the past, were put on trial for severe abuse charges. This, the loneliest society in the world, had completely lost its moral boundaries behind its invisible walls. Today, there is internet on Pitcairn, but the shadow of that dark past has never truly lifted from the island. The government even offers free land to anyone willing to settle there. But living on land with such a heavy and disturbing history is something very few are willing to risk. An island slowly fading into the pages of history, inside the loneliness of its own making. So, would you dare to live on an island completely isolated from the rest of the world? Let's meet in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Table Talker for more stories to accompany your next meal.